Okay, instead of using the PPTs, I use a video. Um, yeah, here it is. Close, very good. So I'm going to YouTube only. Of course, we have a people thinks when I show video directly from YouTube, others video that too. So people think like a little bit less about me, but I don't feel that kind of stuff. Knowledge sharing is important
Is
for me.
a key management service. So basically, any instance.
Okay, so for me, knowledge sharing is important, not other things, not your feelings also. So I'm directly putting into your WhatsApp. Okay, so if possible, if you like, then you can watch it from here. Okay, I use this one, but because of it's a step by step explanation is there. So he will explain with a clearly difference between other things, and here it is. Okay, the pricing from AWS to others, like a AWS is um, cost comparatively 31%. No, no, sorry, market share of AWS is 31 percentage. It's a Jureka video. Okay, market share of AWS is a 31%. Okay, so then server capacity is six times server capacity in the competitors world in a marketplace, that one. And it is a flexible pricing also. Okay, he given what is a cloud computing kind of stuff. The definitions also there. Benefits of cloud computing is also given here. Okay, and service providers, who are the service providers are there, so they're also given. Here is a different domains in AWS: compute, storage, database, migration, network and content delivery, management tools, security and identity compliance, and messaging. So what is this? Very simple, you can go to products window, you can see that kind of stuff. Compute, this is a, these are all comes under compute. Okay, databases, these are all in the databases. Okay, storage, these are the type of storages, you can see left side. So storage, in right side you can see type of storages. Okay, type of storages. Okay, identity, identity, that is another important one is right. Identity, it is front end web app and all. Okay, identity is not yet given here, but okay. Messaging, like that you can this is a migration and transfer, migration and transfer. Okay, migration and transfer, management and governance, auto scaling, managed services, cloud watch. Okay, chatbot, cloud tail, cloud formation. This is management and governance. Like that, these are the domains. Means product means these are the domains. Per quick access, featured services. This is a direct featured services. You can see Amazon EC2, simple storage services S3, Aurora means it's a database, relationship database, relational database. DynamoDB is belongs to NoSQL, means not unstructured database. RDS again, RDBMS services. Okay, so like a different type of services you'll get: MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle, MSSQL, and MariaDB thing. Lambda is another service. VPC, Lightsail, and SageMaker. So these are featured services. But individually, you will find a different type of services also, like see analytics, application integrations, blockchain, business application. Blockchain is also here. Okay. Cloud financials, financial management, compute, contact center, containers, database, developer tools, different developer tools, like, yeah, you will get it for a application developer, end user. Okay, or front end web and mobile developers, game technologies. Okay, machine learning, IoT. So different parts of domain is there. So we are going to discuss the main parts only. So here, Azure domains I am writing first. It is like a compute, storage, database, migrate, networking, and content delivery, security. The bottom one I will write and later, and identity compliance, messaging. Okay, so as per this one, so but I already showed what are the other things also available. So what happened this, management tools. Okay, so management tools. So each individual one, what it is, each individual one, what it is, we'll see. The first one is services, like a compute services. Okay, so we'll go, here it is. What is a compute what are there in a compute services, like a EC2? So resizable compute capacity in the cloud, which can be customized according to we need. So if you go to the product, so go to the compute. These are compute things. This is EC2. This is auto scaling, like that. It is like, what is EC2? Someone send a message, but I didn't see it properly. S3 EC2. S3 is a storage. EC2 is a computational power, like a CPU power type, means virtual machine, like that. Okay, so 400 instance, virtually every business need, 25 regions, 80 zones availability, choice of Intel, AMD, ARM processors. So they're reliable, scalable. They are giving all the information here. This much it is not required. Okay, like one by one you can go to the features, so pricing and all kind of functionality. What is a functionality is a virtual computing environment, like that. It is EC2. EC2 is like a compute. EC2 is nothing but a virtual machine or a computational power. So anything you want to run, you need a processing power, right? So that is, we call it as a EC2, and mainly we are creating a virtual machines in a EC2. So very simply understand, EC2 is nothing but a virtual computing power or a virtual machines. You can easily tell example is this. Okay. Next one is a Lambda. Okay, next one is a Lambda. Lambda is third one. Okay, so what is this? Lambda is a execute background task, not for hosting an application. Means if your system is running, So lot of background calculations are there now. So lot of background calculations will occur. So that will be do it is okay. Execute right only. Okay, it is not running an application. Actually, it is not any system runs in a loading like a CPU or RAM execution. So the basic execution things are there. No, that is called a Lambda services. Even you have to, if more execution things are happens, so load increases automatically. You have to pay for that one also. Next one is Elastic Beanstalk. Okay, I can put it everything into the PPT. I can show you that one, so no problem. But it is more like a talking type only because some people really don't know what is these words also. Okay, so explanation only will be there, only letters. But that's why just something I'm doing kind of stuff I'm typing. So elastic spelling the wrong. Yeah. Elastic beanstalk. Elastic beanstalk. What is this elastic beanstalk? We'll see. Okay. So deploy your application without worrying about the underlying hardware. Okay. So for example, you want to create an application. So you can go to the Elastic Beanstalk and what are the application requirements? So for example, you want to create a enterprise application. So you need a IDE, right? So you need a IDE to type your programming scripting purpose. You type a scripting. Good. And you want to run that one. So maybe you required a runtime environment is required, like a Java runtime environment, like a JDE, JRE, like that you required. Maybe .NET runtime environment is required. Okay, maybe a supporting environment, like a front end you want to develop. You are developing an application, front end, and a back end. You want it. Back end means database. Okay, so sorry, it's easy. Database server, any database server you want it, database server. You need to write a script and run the script, compile the script. In order to running environment is required, like a runtime environment is required. Front end like a HTML support or PHP, or a JavaScript. Okay, so like that front end browser support, like that you required. Okay, so this is your application environment. A user is running creating an application. So not only just a IDE to type a programming, that is called scripting. The original programming means adding a required libraries, coding, testing. If you want to test it, you need a tester. You want to test the deployment, you need a any containers to deploy, like that. What are the things you required? Simply go to the Elastic Beanstalk. So what kind of programming support you required, so then you can check those things. You automatically it comes into your folder. Okay, it is like a in one project. The project name folder is there, so automatically all these related services will be added there only. So you have to give the names, links, and remaining programming kind of stuff. You can do it, and you don't need to worry about how much hardware is required. Okay, I'm using my RAM is 1 GB, my hard disk is 20 GB only, like that. No need to worry. So obviously the computational power will support as per your programming is going on. Okay, so this is called a Elastic Beanstalk. AWS, I like AWS is mainly because of names are good. Okay, Elastic Beanstalk. So it is simply saying like deploy your application without worrying about the underlying hardware. It's a very simple thing is elastic beanstalk is for application development, entire environment you will provide. So total application development environment you will get it in a elastic beanstalk. Elastic load balancer. Here it is. Yeah. Elastic load balancer. Of course, auto scaling load balancer are a related. Auto scaling load balancer both are related. Okay, both are related. So what is a load balancer? If load increases automatically, we have to deploy multiple instance, right? So it will distribute. That is auto scaling. So what is this load balancer? It balances the load between those deployed machines. Distribute the workload on the deployed. Okay. This is we'll do scale up and scale down elasticity automatically. So when load increases, it scale up the instance like a number of instance deployment or kind of stuff to that one. What is a load balancer? Once you are scale up and balance the load, scale down. Of course, load balancer works whether you are a scale up or scale down. So load increases, scale up. Load decreases, scale down. So these are the compute related things. Okay, next one is we are going to the storage. Here in this one, the guy is showing how to create an instance like that. So okay, so if possible, already I shared a link. So possible, better to check it once. Okay, or if you don't have a time, so then go next. This is the storage. Last time someone asked what is the abbreviation of EC2. Okay, right.
Elastic Compute 2.
I said that one, but here it is different word is there
Yes.
in Amazon.
It's Elastic Compute only, sir.
It's Elastic Compute Cloud. He said. Two C's
Okay.
C2. Okay. I EC2 I seen in my old days like when I created that one. No? So OpenStack. That time it is there. The word I seen that is called Elastic Compute, Elastic Cloud 2. That time the name changes, right? So here it is. Better to put someplace. Because last time they asked only one question, that is like they asked this question also, what is EC2? So if you are asking in a AWS manner, so then you have to tell, don't, no need to ask them. So like sir, in a AWS it is a Amazon EC2, it means Elastic Compute Cloud. So 2 C are said there, no, so that's why it is a C2. That's it. Okay, we ready with a weapon. Okay, that's why I have written. So don't get down. So okay, Elastic Compute Cloud. So I seen that EC2, that is a Elastic Cloud too. That time I seen so many years back. Now it is a storage services. We'll go to the storage. S3 is a one of the storage cloud front. This is another word. Elastic block storage. Next one is glacier, glacier, snowball. So many words are there, no? Again, I will go to Azure. Okay, then so many words are will come up. How to remember all the things? There will be a question, right? How to remember all these names? I'm looking at and I'm typing. Of course, I know few. I may forget few, but for me, okay, because I'm teaching. For you, how do you remember? Tell me. I think, guys, few things remember. Not everything not required. Few things remember. At least one thing you remember. At least either it is Azure or AWS, which is more better for you to remember the things. Remember that one only. If both are okay, go for both. No problem. If only one thing is you like it, or maybe you are getting into your mind, so you are understanding. Remember one technology. That is enough. Okay, people think like, you have to study all these things. So every technician has their own limitations also there. Of course, as a trainer we have to learn everything. As you're a candidate, like, first concentrate on one thing. I'm not telling like, don't go with the two. I'm telling very simple. First concentrate on one thing, either this or that one, which you are understanding better. Then later, if you try second one, so try it. Or at least in a second one, remember one or two things, at least one or two things. What are the basic services? Common from here to here, and what are the those services we are. That's it. Okay. Here it is. What is this? S3. S3 is a object oriented file system, and here you can see bucket. So what is this bucket? What is this bucket? Bucket is nothing but a folder. So in a S3 means, like, you are go for S3, it asks a bucket name. It is asking for a bucket name. Bucket means it's a folder. In the folder, what you put it? You put a files. That's it. S3 storage means it is a bucket storage. Bucket means it's a folder. You put a normal files. Just how you access the data from the folder, like that only we are accessing the data from your bucket. So that is S3. Next is a cloud friend. Next one is block storage actually, but he's send a cloud friend. So content delivery network, it is showing cloud friend is like you can see is a developer, and this is the some data center and access. Like this is the, sorry, this is the user, and this is your you develop some website for example, and access. Thing is, for example, in the world, Amazon is also deployed into so many countries, like a global map is required. Finance advertisement again technique. So overall certificate hybrid, um, yeah, global network. So if you see the global network of Amazon, this is the global network of Amazon. So this is in India, Mumbai, and another one is maybe Hyderabad. Hyderabad, he said, coming soon. If you see in America, not every place it is like a, these three places, like a Northern California, Oregon, and some main company, maybe US West. So Canada Central, Canada has one. Okay, again, AWS Ohio, Brazil, or Sao Paulo. And if you see in London, Ireland, European countries, Frankfurt, Paris, Spain, is Cape Town. So African, Israel, Bahrain, and UAE, India. So like this. See, Singapore, Jakarta means Malaysia. I think Australia, Sydney and Melbourne, Osaka and Tokyo. Okay, like this. These are the data centers. For example, my client is I develop a server. Okay, so my server is located here. Okay, and my client is here. So distance is there, no? Okay, so what it will do, CloudFront, it means where is your user base, where is your actual user base. So move to that region only. So you can create or move your virtual machine or services from your whatever the region you are there, move to that one only based on your user base where users are there. For example, my if I create um, a Telugu video. So there, where is a user base in Andhra Pradesh? If I create a video in the Tamil, then Tamil Nadu is a user base, not a US or some other places, right? So regional wise, where the user base is there, so it will automatically transfer that one. So that is what is that? CloudFront. Okay, that is called a CloudFront. I put it like this. Okay, understanding. Block storage. Next one is elastic block storage. So yeah, where it is this elastic block storage. This is like a EBS, elastic block storage is a block level storage provided through high thing kind of stuff. It means like a iSCSI type. It is like a iSCSI type. Means block storage, iSCSI, SAN storages are there. No, it is like a like iSCSI storage. It's a block storage which you seen directly how iSCSI will work, right? So we can put a one LUN to the our virtual machine or a service. So we can assign a block of storages here. It is a block storage. Okay, it is like a things, and here it is important one is we can assign one EBS to one virtual machine. Okay, we can assign one EBS to one VM only. Okay, we can assign one EBS. EBS means elastic block storage to EBS. So next one is a Glacier. Glacier is like a backup data archiving service offer low price storages. Okay, so this is a Glacier is a backup solutions. Don't need to use exact words also, but meaningful words, or at least yeah, it is meaning is that is something. Okay, so here it is nothing but a backup. It is nothing but a backup storage, backup service. It is nothing but a backup service. You're storing backup. Where you store the backup, storing a backup in a low price thing. It means it is a tape drives. You store your backup into the tape drives because it costs less, very less cost one. Next one is a snowball. Next one is a snowball. Snowball is a physical transfer of your data. For example, um, I have a data center Okay guys, I have a data center, I have a huge data in my storages are there. Okay, normal storage is there. For example, I have a 100 mb 100 mb file is there, maybe 1 gb file is there, maybe a 10 gb file is there. So one way or other way, maybe it is a little bit slower, but I can send the data to different location. Like you want all videos. So okay, all your class videos, sir, what are the recorded videos, we want it, all these videos you want it. So I will have to check it, like what is the properties of that one. Now it is a 22.2 GB. So after our class completed this week, we are completing the class. So maximum another 10 or 15 videos will be there. So what happened, maximum 25 GB or 26, 27, below 30 GB, right? So for example 30 GB you want it. So how to transfer? So only thing is I need a transferring a data platform is required, so I will transfer. Definitely. So, right. Maybe it will take time. Maybe it will take an hour or 2 hours, or maybe a half day or 2 days. It will take. I can able to transfer. Right, guys? Like you want to send a file, a 100 MB file. Think like you are. How much data you can download? We downloaded ISO images like that, right? So every data transmission is internet speed is there. Like my database is there in my organization. Now I want to move to cloud, so I have to send this data over the internet to my AWS storages. I want to send this data from my physical location to AWS data center. If it is a small, okay, but if it is a huge, you cannot send this data to a remote location. So what to do? We are using a physical transformations. We are using a physical transformation. They comes with a data center, a kind of container will come to your premises. So you have to connect these two things, means their data center to your data center. Physically you have to connect it and transfer the data into their container. Then they will go to nearest any, they go to your AWS data center, they retransfer it. Just like I have a external hard disk. Last time is also happened like that. Like one of my student asked, like, "Sir, we want to copy the watch ISO images in my laptop, but we don't have a time." So they took my external hard disk, they copied into external hard disk, they copy into their laptop, and they get back my hard disk directly. Okay. Okay, physical data transmission. Let's understand that one. Snowball. Next one is storage gateway. Okay. Okay, storage gateway. For example, if you are using a hybrid, or maybe you want to transfer the data, so they will give you a particular leased line kind of stuff. So then you can transfer the data using that one. Okay, that is a storage gateway. So in our organizations, if they have a gigabytes of data, terabytes of data, no problem. If they have a petabytes of data, terabytes of data, means then they have to use snowball, means physical data transmission using their what I'm typing, what I'm getting. Started back in again. This is storage gateway. Is if you have a gigabyte or a terabytes of data, so then we can transfer the data directly to the AWS infrastructure. So this is all parts of compute. So only compute. I'm not talking in others are not yet completed. Only okay, sorry. Compute and storage. Compute storage is completed. Another important one is database, networking. That's it. Main important. Okay, guys. Up to now.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
can you explain S3 a little bit more
S3
in
is like
storage?
a folder, like a folder, like a folder. For example, you want to store data. Where you put a store data before you storing the data, we create a folder, right? So we create a first folder, and you put a data in the folder. So that is called a S3 bucket. The folder means it's like a bucket means folder. So S3, how much S3 you want it? I want a 50 GB S3 type of storage. It means you will get a 50 S3 storage space. Then what you do? You have to create a bucket. Bucket means you are creating a folder. You put the data into that folder. Like how you access the data in the folder, like that only we will access the data. You create a folder, put the data, you access the data like that only. Block storage means like a disk storage means you will access the data from the drive type, like this is my disk, like I've opened my disk. Okay, so I put a data in that one, so that is called a block storage. So once again we'll go to the list. Otherwise, S3 is like a it's a storage space is there, like a 10 GB 20 GB anything you can create, means you can take it and you put the data as you put it in a folder only. So here we have to store, you have to create a folder and you put a data in that one. That's it, very simple. So S3 one storage, like a bucket size is 10 GB. So you have to give a name for a bucket. So this is something bucket name, and it is size is 10 GB. Up to 10 GB you can able to put the data. That is very simple, S3. Next one is elastic block storage. Block storage is like a disk, you will get it. You want a block storage 10 GB. So you don't get a files directly putting into that block. You have to attach the block to certain service or a virtual machines. Okay, like that. Mm, understandable, easy to understandable these things. Glacier means backup service, and you put a backup into tape drives. You can store the backup in any place. Either you can store the backup in your disk storages, or maybe like that. It means you can put a backup in a normal hard disk also. Normal hard disk faster you can able to access it, but you don't want that one. You want a saving money. So then what you do? So you'll go to the Glacier. It is a backup service. Store the backup in a tape drives. Store the backup in a tape drives. Next one is a storage gateway. Storage gateway means I have a data in my data center. On premises data center is there. I have a data in my data center. So data is there. Now I want to store. Now I'm moving to the cloud, or maybe I'm doing a hybrid cloud kind of stuff, or moving my data center to cloud. Okay, so what I'm going to is I will connect directly using a laser lines. So I will transfer the data directly through internet. Through network I can able to send data from my on premises server to remote, means AWS infrastructure I can able to send. So that is called a gateway. Another one is if I have a huge amount of data, petabytes of data, or terabytes of data, so that's lot of data is there. It is very difficult to transfer over the network to AWS infrastructure. What I do, a physical transfer. It's like they have a one data center kind of stuff is there. So we have to transfer our data to their storages. So they will take it physically, they will move that storage into AWS infrastructure, transfer back to the AWS infrastructure. So that is a snowball. At least two, three, four things. Just remember EC2, Elastic Beanstalk. Elastic Beanstalk is a simple application developer environment. I think you guys understand Elastic load balancer and auto scaling. Okay, EC2. So you, if you don't understand Lambda, leave it. If you don't understand Beanstalk, leave it. Just at least two, 3 point. What you understand, compulsory remember. Maybe CloudFront you don't understand, then leave it. No problem. Currently, okay. So what you understand, keep it that way. So this is a database services from the thing. So one is RDS, another one is Aurora, next one is DynamoDB, Elastic Cache, Redshift, Elastic Cache, Redshift. RDS is nothing but a RDBMS service. Okay, it is nothing but a RDBMS services. Under this one, other services also there. Relational database management service. Okay, and under this one, these kind of services are there. So I'm writing that one also. So Oracle, okay, and MySQL, SQL Server means when you see SQL Server meaning is Microsoft SQL Server, PostgreSQL, MariaDB, like this. These are things which will be there. Next one is Aurora. Aurora is nothing but a MySQL only, no difference. It is also a database or DBMS service only. Okay, it is but based on MySQL only, but it is faster than MySQL. Almost 5 times faster. It is a 5 times faster than MySQL. Okay, that is one. DynamoDB is a NoSQL. DynamoDB is a NoSQL. It is non RDBMS. It is very simply say no SQL. Okay, no SQL. Nowadays, people are doing this data science, machine learning kind of stuff. So then they are using no SQL parts only. Elastic Cache is like a once you very simply say Elastic Cache means it stores data in temporary cache mode. Means cache kind of stuff means once you query some data from your RDBMS, you done a making a query. So then next time again same query will occurs again and again. It should do processing, right? So you query a certain query for a particular table and you got the answer. Again someone is connected and again same query they run it again. Entire process should be run, right? So they have to connect to the table and verify the table based on the query. get the data in the particular format, and it should show on the screen, right? So that is, again and again, it is doing complete process to reduce the this processing kind of stuff. What it do? Elastic cache, it means elastic cache feature. What it will do? So when the queries happened again and again, so what it will do, the cache will give you an answer instead of querying again. Okay, so that is elastic cache. Setup, manage, and scale a distribute. Okay, so this is next one is a Redshift. Redshift is like a data warehousing tool. Redshift take the data from your RDS, means like either Oracle or MySQL, anything, or a NoSQL type, means DynamoDB. Okay, it will take it any from any place. It will take the data and analyze the data. So stock market exchange or anything, they will tell if 20% of the people are able to get a virus, and 50% of people in this age condition won't get a virus. Okay, so there is a possibility of vaccinated people, one time vaccinated people won't get a virus, two times vaccinated people definitely get a virus. This kind of analysis is come now. So that is the analysis tools. Okay, this is also called a data warehousing. So collection of where data, you put a data in the one place and take the parameters from the data, analyzing and projecting the analysis on the in the pie charts, bars, or maybe in a percentages, or a stock market thing like a down up arrow, down arrow, like that it will shows. So that is a data warehousing analysis tool. So in Amazon is also providing direct analytical analysis, and analysis tool is a Redshift. So it can analyze very big high data kind of stuff, is like a petabyte data kind of stuff. Data warehousing service. Informatica, ODI, OBI, Tableau. These are all comes under Redshift only. So you can see database. So you can see other things in the database also. Okay. Database. Okay, MongoDB, serverless, Elastic Cache, Neptune, Redshift, TimeStream, Migration Service, Glue. This is the new one. Now it is most wanted one now. Glue, scalable and serverless data integration services. Okay, Glue is a integration services. I'm adding that one because recently my sister told that is a very good one. Glue. So it is a integration service, a data integration service, of course. Anybody knows this one? ETL, ETL tools. Anybody here? CSC guys, at least ETL. The abbreviation. Yeah, tell me.
Care about this.
Here or not? Remember any
Sir,
abbreviation?
yes, sir.
Okay. Any inputs? Okay. It is like a extract transfer load, I think it is. I hear this thing last time is almost like a 1.5 year back only. Okay, almost like a corona time only, like last year, 1.5 year back only. Now I completely forget what it is also. Extract. Yeah, okay, okay, no problem. Just ETL tools, like after database management, ETL tools means you have a huge amount of data is there now. For example, easily tell thing is I have a Oracle server, I have a data. I have a MySQL server, I have a data. I have a MS SQL, I have a data. Means somewhere database storage, so I store the data, right? So now I want to call the data for my analysis purpose, or I want to get some outcome from the output. So I want to take the data, I want to extract the data from the data storage. I want to extract the data from data storage, so that is called a extract. So first of all, I want to extract the data from the data storage, wherever the data is there and wherever the data store. So huge amount of data usually, like, so I will extract the data from it and transfer the data to my application and load the data into my application. So I can analyze the data based on that one. So either it is from your database, no database, it means no SQL or SQL servers. I'll extract the data, transfer the data, and load the data. So then I can take it, use the data warehousing tools like a Redshift, Tableau, or a ODI, OBI, mm, Informatica, like that. So there is a few more tools are there. Okay, data warehousing tools. Okay, I added a glue for integration services. Migrate is a very small one, so then we'll go. So this is how to create, guys. If possible, go once, then how to create this database and so little bit clarity is there. Vertically is showing now, so that's why little bit clarity you will get it. How to access kind of stuff. Networking services, not a migrate services. Yeah, it is a Redshift. Okay, networking services. Only three: VPC, Direct Connect, and Route 53. Okay, so we'll go to network and content delivery. So first we'll go to networking services, VPC. Okay, it is like a virtual machine type. It is a, sorry, not a virtual machine. It is a VPN type. It is a VPN type only. Okay, it is nothing but a virtual network where in you launch. Mm, um, launch resources. Okay, so it is like a VPN type only. It is like a VPN type only. Okay, next one is direct connect. This direct connect is like you have a AWS infrastructure server is there, but you want to access with a, so like already I told lease connections, right? I told about lease connections, leased lines. It is like a leased lines only. It is like a leased lines only. It is like a leased lines only. What is a leased line? It is simply from your infrastructure, means your organization to AWS infrastructure, like directly you are connecting using a laser line. So that is direct connect. Today I'm not. I didn't ask anyone any questions. Hmm? And no one is also telling asking questions are there, of course. Good from your side. From my side only, I'm not asking any question today. That is direct connect. So one more is there, that is like a, this is explanation, right? Yeah. One dash means it's okay, okay. Guys, anybody tell what is the DHCP port number? DHCP port number. Very good. DNS port number.
So this
DNS port number 53. Very good. So what is route 53? DNS system. So your Amazon also providing DNS system. For example, you created a huge infrastructure in AWS. You have a servers, means like a virtual machines, applications, and all. So they want to communicate with the IP address. For internally, they have a private IP address, and for external access, we have a public IP address also there. And also we can assign a name to for a public access and internal communication also. So to maintain that one, you can use a service called a route 53. What is this route 53? Is a DNS service. So DNS service. Okay, so for example, you develop a web application. Users want to access with a name, or maybe you want to connect a server to another server by communicating with the names. So you need a DNS system in that one. So internal DNS and external DNS systems also will work here. Okay, so if you are having a public access, then definitely you can put a public thing. For overview, this is Ejireka is good. Okay, so again, what are the things? VPC, Direct Connect, and Route 53. Route 53 is a DNS service in the AWS cloud. Okay, Direct Connect is connecting from your organizations or your infrastructure to your AWS, so then you can communicate thing. So usually, very helpful. Direct Connect is very helpful when a hybrid cloud. Oh, these are the management services. This is our OK services, because what we need is already we got that points. What we need is compute, storage, database, network. The fourth thing we got it. So this is, we'll see what it is. So CloudWatch, uh, cloud formation. This part is only mama type only. So I think how much you can able to receive also, I don't know. Even if I put a more time on it for explanation, so how much you receive, I don't know. So that's why it is like a mama type. What is that meaning? So this is a CloudWatch is a monitoring tool. CloudWatch is a, it's a monitoring tool. is a monitoring tool. And my mouse is not in the one place. Okay, this is a cloud formation. Cloud formation is a used to templatize. Okay, templatize the AWS infrastructure. It's like a snapshot. So this is used for template. Okay, template your VMs or services, anything, or your application. Okay, or maybe the simple it is like a snapshot also. What is it? So something changes occurs, so you can revert into the previous state. So you can if you take this service, if something is happens, so then you are already having a template of your virtual machine or application. So then you done something, and now it is problem is occur, so you can take it from the template, and you can no need to create from the scratch. No need to create it from the scratch. You can directly take it from the template and get ready machine, then you can start working on it. Or you can take like just like a snapshot also. The previous state is as a stable, nothing will affect whatever you make a changes. So that is a cloud formation. Cloud tell mouse trail. Okay, it's like a it is a logging service from the AWS. It means what are the services you use, which user what services are used. Okay, there are going with logging service. Okay, so it will leave like a trail, like a who logged in, what happened, what is the condition, like that we can go to that one. Okay, so next one is a CLI. So you can use a CLI, like it means normally we are using a web browser to manage your cloud infrastructure, cloud services and all. And also you can use a command line. So you have to download the command line thing into your system, and through that one you can connect it to AWS, and you can use the commands to create, monitor, work with your system also. Okay, it is a command line tool. Command line tool. That's it. I don't put more things in this. Oops, work. Ops. It is a configuration management tool. A configuration management tool, like if service is running, not running, layer by layer, like we can able to create like a stack type. It is. Okay, so my virtual machine is running, or maybe is my database service is running. If not running, then what to send an alert system, like that it will work. Operation management type. Oops works means actually operation management. It's a configuration management. Okay, so what are the things in the service? Like you are creating a project, virtual machines are there, database servers are there, storage is there, network relay, or maybe IP address, internal routing, external routing configuration is also there. So like LAN routing is there, no, like a, software defined routing tables also there, right? So you want to keep everything into the one single stack, and you can manage as a one, instead of managing as an individual one. You can manage it as a only one. So that is like a configuration issues will occur, where is the problem is occur, immediately we can understand where which location actually problem is occur, like that. Trusted advisor is a personal assistant you to the AWS. Trusted advisor, what is a trusted advisor means, if you got any issue, or maybe you don't understand something, so is a it's a like a personal He's a personal advisor. So he will tell you what to do, what is happen, why, like that. Okay, so or maybe you don't know how to use a particular services, how much support it is there, like that you can able to do it. You created a virtual machine, but now you don't want it, you want to delete it, and you are unable to do it, like that you can take assistance. Or maybe you created a database, but that is you are not longer no longer using it. Or maybe you are unable to connect your database to your application, so you need a advisor is required, so you can directly call. So you don't need to be expert in everything. Last time our guys are told, no, so you don't need to know everything. Is that is the best thing in a cloud. It's right. Yeah, this is a identity service. 1 second, relax, just a minute, I will be. What happened? It is not recorded.
No problem, sir. We have this link. So whosoever wants to see can see this link. There, no, we can't do anything.
Shit, it is not recorded. Is it recorded at least from here? So you can see from here. Okay, the previous that point we missed, so it's a mixing record only. This at least YouTube you will find it. Okay, so last time when I stopped recording for a 5 minutes break part, right? So like this, it is we missed. Shit. Security and identity compliance. It is a very only one thing, IAM and KMS. Okay, so it is a identity and identification and authentication management tool. So who can able to access, which user can able to access, which user cannot able to access, kind of stuff. We can able to define. Okay, so here, as you are an organization wise, you are first to open, for example, for your organization, or maybe for yourself, or maybe within a friends. For example, you 4 5 guys want to develop some application on the cloud. So what you are doing, so for example, I am the group leader, so I create an account. So by default I am the administrator, by default I am the administrator. All remaining people are just the users only. If I want to give certain admin rights to them, so like based on the role, one is like maintaining the infrastructure, one is only for software part, one is for a virtual machine and databases, one is like accessing only database. So role based and wise I can able to make them as a user, or maybe I'm making them an admin for a particular thing, or admin for a whole thing. So like that I can able to manage. First how to create a user, first I'm a admin, how to create a users, and I have based on the role, so I have to give a access permission to a particular services in the cloud. So I'm the main payment kind. Key management system. This is key management system. What is this key management system in the cloud? See, it is we are accessing through internet does not mean that is okay, anybody can able to access from anywhere, kind of stuff won't happen. It is, there is a paired keys are there, public key, private key, kind of stuff is there. When you create a virtual machine in the cloud, automatically you download a key. Okay, so you have to download the key into your system, and using that key means once you download a key into your system, then only you can able to connect your remote virtual machine. If you miss the key, you cannot connect it to the your virtual machines. So it is a key management, like to access anything in your AWS cloud, so you compulsory required these keys. You want to access or connect your physical machine to your cloud for accessing the database, or maybe a virtual machine. You want to run a virtual machine and view virtual machine from your PC. Okay, so then it will encrypt your data by using the keys. If you have a key, then only we can able to access. It contains a private and public keys also. Okay, so last one is messaging systems. Maybe anything is there. Pay as you go kind of stuff only there. So that's enough only. So already I explained the pay as you go, but I will try again. SES, SQS, SNS. These are the messaging systems. So SES is to bulk emailing. So you want to send a bulk email for your organization to end. So then you can send a mail through these services. These are okay things. We don't put a more mind on this one. Next one is SQS. It is a queuing part. It is not a messaging. Means it is like a queuing service which acts like as a buffer. List a task. Server reads a task from the queue and execute them. It means it's like a task scheduler type. It is like a task scheduler type. You have to tell do this thing in this particular time, or maybe do after this one once it is completed. So like that we can give it, so then automatically it will execute one by one once previous one is completed. Okay, that is SQS. It is a queuing the services. It's queuing the services. That's it. SES mail services. E mail. Q. SNS notification services. If something changes occur, so you have to get a notification, right? So that is called a SNS. This is important again. So maybe data is full, maybe load increases, or maybe service is not catching properly, like that it is SES. Finally, pricing. Already explained. So pay as you go, pay less, more use kind of stuff. As you go. So how much you are utilizing, you have to pay as per that one. So if you are using more, means more infrastructure, more things you are using, so then you can pay less also. Okay, so obviously, it is like a condition is like a Xerox condition only. You know, more than 100 pages, like a um, uh, uh, off rupee 50 pies per a page, but you have to take more than 100, you know right? So what is the condition? If you take more than 100 pages Xerox, then per page is 50 rupees, 50 pies. Okay, or maybe we'll take 1 rupee, one copy 2 rupees, for example. One copy 2 rupees, cost is 2 rupees for a one copy, one Xerox. Means less than 100, or a one copy means 2 rupees. Got the point? One copy of you taken, so you have to pay 2 rupees, for example. If you take a copy more than 100, the cost is 1 rupee only. Okay, now can you tell me, I took a 110 pages, what is the cost of total cost of
Sir, 110 only. Sir, for 100 copies, it takes 1 rupees per copy.
110 only. I 110
No, no, sir. I'm asking for 100 copies. It takes 1 rupees per copy.
Yeah, more than 100 if you take, per copy is 1 rupee.
1 rupee.
That is
So
a
110 rupees only.
note. It's a Xerox shop. If you went to Xerox shop in
Mm-hmm.
Hyderabad, so there is a definitely is a big banner is there. So if you take more than 100 pages, the per page is a 1 rupee only. If you take
So 110 only.
regular price is 2 rupees.
110 only, sir.
110.
Hmm.
Are you in Hyderabad or not?
Me? No,
No.
sir.
Which place?
Delhi, sir.
Delhi. So Delhi, this formula maybe you don't know.
No, I know, sir. It happens here in our college stationery shops also, sir.
Okay. Maybe they
It
are poor
it
in
is there
mathematics.
everywhere.
They are poor in mathematics. Hyderabad is a very intelligent mathematics. See what is the cost?
Acha.
First 100, 200, and
Sir,
10. This is 1 rupee.
sir, then the hmm.
This is the actual cost. You see
No,
the
sir. Then the
banner?
people
We
maybe
estimated this cost.
no, sir. Then the people may be bad in mathematics, sir. The shopkeeper is fooling them.
Yeah, of course.
Here
That
is
is called
people
good
in Delhi are way
mathematics.
more smarter, sir. They will cheat the shopkeeper instead, sir. They only give 100. If
See,
you go for 110, they'll bargain for this also, sir.
this is actual price. This is the sales price. Yeah, very good. Power cut. Mhm. What is this? Up. What I'm getting here? Bye bye. Hey there. Ah,
Yeah,
yeah,
me.
came back.
Yeah, with that.
Okay.
Sir, back, sir, back.
Yes.
Power cut. Sudden power cut. It is.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Okay. So that is a formula here. Like you use more means you're not, actually you are comparatively you are paying less, but original price means up to here the cost is cost only. Okay, the actual base cost is cost. If you use more than that one, so the relevant cost will be reduced. Okay, so like market price is all there, 5 kg 10 rupees. If you buy 5 kgs 10 rupees per kg. What we see, 5 kgs 5 kgs 10 rupees only, we think. But original price is 50 rupees per kg. So like that, if you buy 10 kgs, if you buy 10 kgs, the price is maybe a 9 point something like that. No, maybe a 9 rupees. 9 rupees per kg. So we don't see per kg, you will see this one. Okay. This is a normal strategy in shoppings and all kind of stuff. But my Xerox example is a beautiful example. Okay, because of you know
Sir, we can also understand it by like using iCloud example.
no, don't compare iCloud. Then
No,
iCloud cloud people will come up and kill me. Huh?
no, sir, it happens also. Now, if we take 1 GB, then 50
Yeah,
rupees per
definitely.
month,
So that's
and
a
like that.
calculate the cost. So you can get a calculator also. So calculate the cost and go for the cost. That's compulsory. So you can see up to 50 terabyte storage is a 0.023 GB per month. It is 51 to 500 terabytes It's a 0.022 GB. So when you go to, like, for example, you are going to 80 terabytes storage, there is a calculator, so you have to compulsory check the calculator, find out any hidden kind of stuff. Otherwise, what happen? Up to 50 is discussed. After 50, discussed will be happens. Okay, so that is why Hyderabad is the best city in the world. No one knows what is the price of anything. If AWS people also came to Hyderabad and learn the pricing cost, they'll say,
Even Jeff Bezos will maybe sell his company to people in Hyderabad.
when I was in a diploma, me
Yes.
and other two friends went to a movie theater. It's a 5 rupees ticket that time. Yes, I have to take the ticket. I'm a poor guy, and others are double poor than me. So I can spend some time, some money, but they don't spend. That is, they are staying in a hostels and so they don't have money. They don't spend also. Usually they don't bring any money with them. Okay, maybe 1 rupee, 2 rupees also. The ticket is done why we go to 5 rupees ticket. Now it is changed to 10 rupees only. So so we spend money for a movie. We go walk to movie theaters. How much long is second one? 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers also okay. We'll go like in Hyderabad. So one day we went to movie and come back. There is a bread omelette candidate is there. He's selling 2 rupees, 2 rupees, 2 rupees. We thought a whole set is 2 rupees, and we took it and given it 2 rupees. He said, "Why you are giving 2 rupees? Three people are eight. Give me a 6 rupees," and we don't have. And one of my friend wear some nice this one running shoes kind of stuff is there, no? So some just a new one. He said, "Give me the shoes. Go to your hostel and bring money. Then take it. Then forget about it." Okay. So his meaning is one slice of bread is 2 rupees. Not a whole set is 2 rupees. But he said 2 rupees only always.
Marketing strategy, sir.
That is Hyderabad. So any person who lives in Hyderabad can live in any hell. So I'm in Pune, right? Pune is a nice
Sir,
place.
you should once try coming to Delhi then, sir.
I
Definitely
don't
you will
come. I don't like
feel.
North people anyways. I don't understand Hindi.
Sir, same here, sir, same here. I don't even understand Telugu people's English, sir.
That is okay. No problem. At least they can speak some language. Because I don't know Hindi,
Same,
so
same.
better not to go into Hindi place. But I struck it in Pune.
That is also a Hindi speaking city, sir.
Marathi speaking, Hindi, Marathi, what they're speaking also still I don't know. So definitely I'm very happy. Hindi means one or two words I can understand. Marathi and I never understand. So very happy. So no need to speak. No one is speaking to you. No fighting. It is.
Yeah, yeah, sir. But
Okay.
you told,
So
sir, you were watching Hindi shows. What was that? Kumkum Bhagya, sir. Something
yeah,
like that
like
you
that.
told.
That is Telugu in Telugu.
Acha, it's Telugu.
It's
Okay,
in
okay.
Telugu. I learned Hindi from Ishkubas.
Ishkubas, what is this, sir? I don't know.
Ishkubas, one serial. It is Ishkubas. Star
On
now.
MX Player.
Star. I watched
Acha,
it
acha.
earlier, so
Okay,
many
sir.
3 years, 4, 5 years back.
All right.
Okay, so save when you reserve. Already I explained. Reserve for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. If you are reserve, am I recording at least here? Yeah. Our all our conversation in YouTube now. Okay. Save when you reserve means if you save your things for a 1 year, 2 years. So the cost is relevantly it is reduced almost 70 to 75%. Cost will be reduced. 1 second. Wow, who is calling? Order this. Okay, so pay as you go type only. Okay, so like this. So this is about your AWS guys. So Same thing goes for Azure also. My suggestion is same thing. Here it is, Azure tutorial for beginners. Okay, and find out same things you will find like that only. Okay, so like already I sent this link to you, so then check it. Azure for your beginners. Same thing, Edureka. Edureka is as I seen people. I never was this kind of people are talking back kind of stuff. Better go with the less than 1 hour videos. Anything. Okay. Yeah, this is okay. 3 hours free code camp is okay. That is okay. For if you want to really want to learn exactly. And next, yeah, yeah, my video is also there here. So AWS for beginners. I want to Eureka only because it's a clear cut explanation, no extra here. That's why this 7 hours is not required. This is better. Okay, like this 34 hour minutes is better. Yeah, here it is. Services. What is a cloud computing? 1 hour. Okay. So why Azure is differences you can find here. So go watch and how to I note down the points. So better to note down the points. I can't able to see anything because it's completely dark. So someone is internally scolding me. Maybe Nikita, I think so. That's a power cut. I connected with my data also. Okay, guys. So that is already send a link, go through it. So how I get the points, same thing, that's enough. Any practical they show, if you are like, you can watch it. So I'm